Hey guys, it's BreiEndia, my 90-day self-journeys retreat. Today is the 22nd day of my first part of the 90-day self-journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. So, where I am today is that today is a day of self-faith. Now, I want to just kind of be keeping it a little brief. Yesterday was the day of self-reliability. So, and today is July the 15th. So, before I even get this day started, I just wanted to speak about faith. It's more than just having the faith in, the God in which I believe in, the creator of all things, but having the faith in yourself. And that is a part of the relationship building process right now I'm in with this single and celibacy journey. I'm definitely pouring into myself and just being happy that I have every day that I have. But with the faith component, it branches off of reliability and credibility and just my abilities in general. I can do all things. I'm too capable. I'm highly capable of doing just about anything. And that's with my legs open or closed. I don't have to give myself to anybody if I don't want to. And that is the great thing about having a mindset that doesn't just settle for any old thing. And with the celibacy factor, because this is the first time that I'm doing something in this way, other than, growing up looking at the idea of virginity, as a woman, to choose to seriously do this journey. And I'm not saying just run around and tell people you're doing it for fun, but because I want to share each day that goes by that one thing that seems to be so important in the world is really based on the individual. I know that I can be faithful in a relationship, but I understand now more so than anything the ideals of men. It's like, I could go run out and get somebody to have a kid with, and then that way I always have this baby daddy that I can be in control of to either make or break relationships that he has by simply giving my vagina up to him whenever I feel like it or whenever he feels like it. Because that's the kind of games people play. I don't want to partake in that because I don't really have an interest in doing anything like that. I feel like it's a waste of good energy when you're creating that type of boomeranging energy. Because now when you get somebody serious, what you think gonna happen, sis? You gonna have a faithful nigga? Nah. All of the stuff that you put out is what you will receive. 10 times worse. So I definitely take it serious how I manipulate men or women or friends or situations in business, whatever it may be. I pay attention definitely to how people manipulate things, but I more so pay attention to what I'm doing and whether or not it is a bad thing, if my intentions are bad, or, what is going on with the situation. And when it starts to get too far past just simply having faith, it's like it becomes overwhelming and unnecessary debt that you will eventually find yourself paying without trying. So, fun. Life is always fun and games. Things are fun while they last. But how you are moving really determines the things that will come back into your life. And the things that won't come back into your life because they won't have accessibility to you. As much as I've allowed things in my past to kind of hinder me for short periods of time, my faith always was like that protective barrier against all plans of the devil. Like, he'll plan so many things, not realizing, like, he kind of low-key pushed you where you needed to be more than anything. And it can sadden you to see when the devil can capture people and pull them down into those dark places that they're not able to even see their wrongs, or they can't even really speak their truth. So then they wear these masks, or they mimic the things that they see in the world or even on the internet, just because that's just all that they are aware of. They don't really have, there are some people I'm realizing that just don't have their own faith in the things that they're doing. And so because of that, they will hear the negativity first. They will hear the so-called friends that they knew all their lives tell them that they're not worthy of doing certain things or becoming something great. Especially when it comes to intimate relationships, people really kind of take, of course, like their mother's word, they take it serious. They take their significant other, of course, their spouse, and even sometimes the child of the parent of their child. They'll let them be the validator of their life and their relationships and stuff like that. And just having faith in me just really opened my eyes to understanding that I don't have to repeat things that were way before me and being too nice to where I become somebody's second best or second option. If you got to validate loving me with your baby mama, you're not for me. I'm a queen. I don't need validation from you or her. Sorry. If you got to validate who you love with your parents and your family, I don't see that being love, because you're not really loving that person for themselves. You're loving them to compare to the people you know and to satisfy their interests. So that's not real for me. And that's something that I recognize when it comes to me branching off slowly into the idea of dating while I'm on my single celibacy and not dating portion of my journey. I'm really definitely taking this time to look at all of the things that I'm able to do. Yes, I can go out here and, be a drama and fool around with baby daddies just for no reason. I don't have a reason to do it, though. I definitely could fool around with husbands and be a Black Monroe and just think that I'm supposed to fool around with people and not realizing that I'm putting myself on a level that is beneath my own shoe, because my body is my temple. I don't have to give you anything, especially if there's women out here giving it out for free. Oh yeah, you're not about to get mine. But that's the matter of like saying where your boundaries are, where your limitations are, and stuff like that. And as the days go by within this self journey, I'm just able to really choose where my life is going. And, even accepting certain things happening later for me that I've always imagined would have happened by now. And because I moved on a timeline-based lifestyle, I'm realizing that life is what you make it, but you have to be sure that you have faith in yourself first, and definitely in protecting the things that you value and the things that you plan on doing. What I'm going to be doing with my life has nothing to do with other people's, what they're doing in their life. But because I have a certain thing or things that I feel as though I would need to contribute outside of my body to other people, I first got to make sure I'm all the way intact. Because I'm not like other women. And I can say that. I'm not in a competition to see who can post the prettiest picture with filters or, the best, most catchy caption, because I have a whole life outside of Instagram. I have a whole life that I'm establishing and putting together. And if I'm with somebody who is not doing that, it's a stagnation. And so I realize I have to not necessarily put relationship on hold, but I do for the sake of my faith building system. And it's a matter of just taking this time to realize that while I'm building my relationship with God, there is a man out there. And this is me as a single woman with no God-given situation that I can prove you that God sent me someone who was building himself with him, but I'm sharing my journey of being single and celibate because I don't know how many of us it is right now, but I'm just going to be that one that's talking for those of us who aren't single mothers, who aren't wives without, that support and stability, my disposition is I'm a single woman of faith, no children. I have a past, but I don't carry any baggage. My past doesn't define my future. And maybe one day I'll make a tagged or a Black Planet account. Just kidding. But really though, I know right now, I hate to say it, but it's like, we could take a long walk to the bank, see where our ends are or something like that, but I'm trying not to be, that way. I just want to be able to really devote time to my ambitions, and having my faith is a big thing. And just breaking chains and ties of things that no longer serve this direction I'm headed in. I'm very excited about the great things that are to come from me dedicating time to my own life. A little small story of, just a little bit of my great grandmother, who was impregnated by my great grandfather, who had a wife that was his age and a daughter, and he chose to marry my grandmother because she had then became pregnant. And it was just like a cycle of all of this stuff, of entanglements going on, in which it just stops with me. I can put it in some songs. I can talk about it as often as I want. But it's a matter of looking at patterns and the type of faith that pre-existed. And because I have a certain type of faith, I have a certain type of comfortability in where God has taken me. I am very glad that I've been able to work with students and have children in classes that they were my teachers before I even understood my level of teaching. Like, children really are they bring the new idea. They bring the new emotion. They bring everything that you need to see to be able to keep up with how the times change. And I'm just glad to be able to have this type of relationship with God and so much faith in my abilities and the capabilities of being close with God and having him within me to show me the God is within me and how great and amazing I am, no matter where I step foot and what I choose to do. So I just send so much love and encouragement. Yes, I got my same little night shirt on. I might wear this again tonight. I don't know. But y'all, I encourage you all to just have, other than all the other self-components of care, love, and, dedication, motivation, have self-faith. Because no matter if you read the Bible, you read the Quran, you do whatever you do, you got to have that faith in yourself while you're having that faith in God. Everything that I do with God, I do it with myself. And having faith begins with that relationship right there, me and God. This is BreiEndia and my 90-day Self-Journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. I am sending my love and all light to you all. I hope you all enjoy this beautiful hump day. And I will talk to you again soon.